listening to Ring Chronicles with Lance Vaughn and Glenn Ritchie.
All right, man. We're back after watching Elimination Chamber.
So, should we head straight into Elimination Chamber, or should we address the Lariat of Hate?
Probably Lariat of Hate and errors and omissions if you got any.
Okay, I don't have no errors and omissions.
All right.
Apparently, we got some Lariat of Hate.
Yeah, I think we hurt some feelings, which is always great. So, let's, oops. I thought the song was over.
Let's play some music.
This is the Lariat of Hate.
All right. So I'll just go on to the comments here on YouTube. I'm going to start at the top with the person who we hurt the most. This is from Greg Money, 5432. And this was on. This was actually a comment on the podcast itself, not one of the YouTube shorts or anything. You ready?
Yeah.
You kiss Vince's ass for years, and now you talk about him like he doesn't matter, just like we did with Chris Benoit. Guess what? Two things can be true at once. Chris is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and he murdered his family. Vince McMahon is the most important name in wrestling history, and he might be a pervert. This cancel culture shit is dumb, and I say... And then he gives the flick off emoji. To all those who get involved in it, Vince will always be a legend. Also, he has no criminal charges, and he has been sued, and that's it. So fuck you. Vince made wrestling, and that will never change.
I think his character is pretty much self-evident by his comment. And I don't have to respond any further.
Right. I agree. I agree.
I mean, you come into the defense of Vince McMahon now. What do I even have to say?
Right. Oh man. Okay. So this was on the. We got several comments on the Seth Rollins video. The Seth Rollins clip, I should say. Somebody said, yet here you are talking about it. Okay.
I guess we're not supposed to talk about wrestling on a wrestling podcast.
I know. I guess our podcast should just be like silence. We shouldn't talk about what's in wrestling. This guy sounds like the fans that The Rock makes fun of. I'm not a big fan of Seth Rollins, but this guy makes him sound like the worst thing ever, and that's just not true.
Well...
I will say, you laid into him really good.
Hey, here's the thing. I've all the respect in the world for Seth Rollins, the wrestler.
Yeah.
I just don't like his stupid gimmick.
Yeah.
But I'll add some more when you're done.
Yeah. The fans are desperate to be a part of something, so they chant his song, and he can do whatever he wants.
Okay.
It's like, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Leave Seth alone. He is having fun.
Quit being a bully.
Oh, man. Okay, I just saw this for the first time. So this was on the Fat Wrestlers video.
Okay.
Then do something about it, lard ass. Oh man. So you know what? I'm going to go to that video real quick and I'm going to see if...
I think he missed the point of the whole video.
I think he did.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about Seth Rollins.
Sure.
His appearance at Elimination Chamber only made my point even more proven. Okay. He came out there with these baggy pants that looked like something that was discarded from the Hardy Boys, and these glasses that had three lenses. Like, what's his name from NXT that got in trouble for, underage stuff? What's his name? Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like he got the same exact glasses that Velveteen Dream wore all the time. So he's wearing reject Velveteen Dream and reject Hardy Boys attire to show up, poofy attire, like I said, to show up at freaking Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I'm scared to death of what he's going to wear at WrestleMania.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, that could be bad.
And I understand we may get dislikes for my opinions on Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And that may hurt the algorithm, but I can't help but express my views.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, that's just fine. It didn't get as much traction on TikTok as it did on YouTube. But speaking of TikTok, the video about the WWE and AEW potential deal is now over 26,000 views.
That's crazy.
Yep.
We just need to spread rumors, Lance, so we can get enough.
That seems to be
get
what
monetization and like quit our jobs.
Yeah.
Spreading dirt sheet rumors.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems.
That's
to be
all
what,
that was a dirt sheet rumor.
It was a dirt sheet rumor. Yep. So, yeah, it's got 119 comments. People are like at each other's throats over this. I shouldn't say that because the majority of it's positive. It always is. But yeah, it's over 3,000 likes. It's a good thing. I just wish that we had some of those views over on YouTube because it's more valuable there. But yeah, that's about it.
So we just need to find more dirt sheet rumors and spread more baseless gossip.
Yeah.
To make it. That's how a lot of other people do.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just what makes people tick.
Yeah, not good, honest.
Right.
Analysis of professional wrestling.
Right.
Which we've been offered and nobody's tuned into. But when we make a video with rumors that I have not heard anything since those rumors.
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting for the Sting footage.
Yeah.
When we share a rumor, it blows up and becomes viral.
Yeah.
And we have like about as many views as there are people in our town.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. I get it. I just wish it wasn't like that.
Maybe I should spread more rumors. Kenny Omega's ring rate's going to drop by 50% with the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, man.
He's going to retire to play the game.
Yeah, he is.
That's another rumor right there.
Yep.
Kenny Omega to retire February 29th upon the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. He'll be doing the one-wing angel on his controller every time he loses.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Kenny
that.
Omega to retire.
We want all the credit.
With the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
Just to play the game.
Yeah, yeah. You heard it here. We want all the credit. We're going to do copyright claims on all the other videos that talk about it. God damn.
Make up another rumor. Okay. MJF's going to appear in WWE 2K24.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
God damn it.
I've seen videos like that, like on YouTube with like fake stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
like announcing who's going to be in the game and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know who's going to be in the game? The Undertaker. I can guarantee you the Undertaker is going to be in the game.
Right.
That's the truth.
But that's not exciting.
That's not exciting.
Oh, man. Yeah. So as far as Lariat of Hate, that's about it. And rumors. I guess we should have a rumors section now. A rumors segment.
I really, is WrestleZone still around?
Yeah. It is.
I need to get on WrestleZone.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe that's a good idea.
What's that?
Like every week, let's get on WrestleZone and just go through the stupid rumors,
Yeah.
the fake nonsense,
Yeah.
and share our opinion about it.
We can do that right now. We can do whatever we want. WrestleZone, wrestling news. You know, I used to live and die by WrestleZone news. You know what I mean?
So you realize it was full of crap?
Yeah. Oh, man. Latest news. Will Ospreay reflects on using Assassin's Creed theme at Revolution Pro Wrestling. The Undertaker. I thought retired life was going to be different. Hulk Hogan claims studio executive wanted him to be the next John Wayne. Oh, my God. That's another Hulk Hogan lie.
Now,
that's another Hulk Hogan
now,
lie.
I do believe that he did claim that.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely believe he claimed that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. The studio executive wanted him to be the next John Wayne. What the fuck?
And I did hear this, too, that Bronson Reed was supposed to be in an Elimination Chamber, but apparently his wife had a baby.
Seth Rollins, if it were up to me, I would be back in the ring before what?
WrestleMania 40.
Okay.
Actually, WrestleZone has legitimate stuff.
I know. What the hell?
Maybe that should be the story. WrestleZone actually has legitimate news on their website. Y'all should go check it out and read the legitimate stuff that we just found.
Cody Rhodes challenges The Rock to a singles match during Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that did happen.
Oh, it
yeah,
happened. Okay.
I remember that happening.
Okay. Well, shit.
So, okay.
I'm disappointed. I was expecting to find so much bullshit.
I know.
What's a website that gives bullshit? We need to go there.
Yeah. What we need to just do is go on YouTube and just like look up wrestling rumors and just find the bull crap that comes up.
Maybe I can just search wrestling rumors.
Wrestling rumors. I did hear a rumor that now that Vince McMahon's come out as evil, that there was a rumor that he actually poisoned the Ultimate Warrior.
I saw that.
Because you remember, he was at Raw.
Yeah.
He was at the Hall of Fame. He spoke at Raw.
Yeah.
And then he died.
And then he died the next day, I think.
The next day.
Yeah.
That Vince McMahon was behind poisoning Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I'll say about that.
Okay.
Okay. Do I think that that's likely? No.
Okay.
But if you were to tell me that there was evidence to back that claim up, I would believe it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And that guy that defended Vince McMahon, I got 2 words for him. Suck it.
Oh my God. I guess we'll have to do our research on bullshit rumors.
And
then come back and talk about them like they're real.
Yeah. Seth Rollins did not appear with a poofy, ridiculous outfit at WrestleMania. And fans are not to make toilet noises with their mouths when he comes out to the ring for the first time in ages.
Yeah. That was I thought that clip, that rant was good. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there were some people that loved it.
Yeah, well, some people did. I mean, there were, a decent number of likes on it. But, people that don't like something are always louder than the people that do like something.
Right. Maybe we should talk about what people like. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
Yeah. People like Cody Rhodes. People like R-Truth. Oh, yeah. R-Truth apparently went to Austria.
Yes.
And was confused that there was nobody at the arena and nobody at the hotel.
Yeah.
Wondering if he should go back home.
Driver, back to the aeroport.
Aeroport or whatever. Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. So, thoughts on Elimination Chamber that we've watched Elimination Chamber. Lance, you saw 2 matches. I saw 4.
Yeah, so I didn't start watching this match until about 4 o'clock. So I skipped through the whole pre-show shit. I didn't watch any of that.
I didn't watch any of that either.
I skipped to a point to where I guess there was a pre-show match. And I saw the
Kabuki Warriors versus the Way.
Yeah. So I skipped to the very end of that, and then I just skipped ahead to the chamber itself. I skipped through all the entrances. And once you get through all the entrances, the match isn't that long.
Yeah. You're starting to sound like Jim Cornette.
That's just obvious. It's an obvious observation. I mean, first off, when you watch the replay, if you look at the timeline, it's got each match broken up by commercials, right?
Yeah.
So you can see how long a match is going to be. And I was fucking halfway through that segment by the time all the damn entrances were done.
You know, it makes me understand why a lot of people skip entrances in the WWE 2K wrestling games. I can't do it.
You have to watch them all.
I have to watch the entrances, even though I know the commentary by heart.
Right.
Because, like, there might be 3 different things that they say, or they might change it up depending on what's happening.
Right.
But I have to hear the dadgum commentary. And I have to, like, listen. I have to watch the entrances.
Man, because, I mean, pretty much everything I watch off the DVR or, off, just the replay. But I skip through entrances a lot just to save time. Especially John Moxley every fucking time, because his entrances are at least 3 minutes long every time.
Yeah.
I skip through that every time.
What did you think about the women's Elimination Chamber? How about Tiffany Stratton?
Well, I was gonna say she's in an awful lot of main roster matches for being NXT.
Yeah,
I brought this up last week because I was asking if she was main roster, and I'm like, well, goddamn, how is she not main roster?
Let me tell you,
she's in all these damn main roster matches.
Good. She needs to be everywhere.
Right.
NXT, SmackDown, Raw.
Yeah.
Put her on everything.
Right.
It's like I told you last week.
Yeah.
Next Charlotte Flair, what does she do? She's the star of the whole freaking Elimination Chamber.
Right.
What did you think about Becky Lynch winning?
Okay, so I haven't been following her closely. I didn't expect her to win, but at the same time, it's not a surprise. I really thought it was going to be Liv. And I mean, she was the last one eliminated, so I wasn't far off.
I expected it to be Becky.
Really?
Yeah. I was disappointed, though. Even though I love Becky Lynch.
Okay.
But I wanted
you
to
didn't want her to win, but you expected her to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted somebody new.
Yeah.
That hasn't really had a lot. I wanted Tiffany Stratton to win.
Right.
I mean, I don't care if it's not the safe option or a logical progression. That's who I wanted to win.
Right.
But I knew it wasn't going to happen. Now, there was a part of me that was praying that LA Knight would win the men's, which I didn't think it was going to happen. Drew was the logical choice. Right. He made sense. He's been at WrestleMania before.
Well, I think they made it obvious it's going to be LA Knight and AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they made that pretty obvious during the match. Which I have to say, that's the first time I've hated AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because I love AJ Styles. For one, he's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would say you're going to be shocked whenever I say this.
Okay.
Best wrestlers on earth right now, men's side, Kenny Omega and AJ Styles.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
I thought you'd be surprised by me saying Kenny Omega.
No,
being AEW.
No,
I mean he's just simply one of the best.
It don't matter where you are.
Yeah. Even when he's been a heel, I've always supported AJ. He's from Georgia.
Yeah,
he's
from Gainesville.
I mean, hell, he's fought in our town here.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known
who he was.
This
then.
legendary wrestler that hadn't made it yet was coming to my town, and I would have went to whatever bumfuck indie show that he was at and watched it. We'd have to ask the guy who likes Vince Russo what show was it that he was here in. But yeah, he's wrestled here, and I missed it. Yeah. He attacked LA Knight, and I hated him. I was pissed. Why are they not pushing LA Knight? Did you hear the fans?
Yes, I heard the fans. Actually, I was going to mention that about LA Knight and Tiffany Stratton, because they both got big pops.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, the situation about this is that's a great matchup, AJ Styles and LA Knight. But
it is.
But it's not for anything.
It's not for anything.
It'll be a great match. I guess I haven't been paying attention enough. Why did AJ Styles attack him? Did something happen last week?
There's you would have had to keep up with the ongoing storyline.
I figured that,
and I missed some stuff.
I figured there was a reason.
I missed some stuff, so I didn't quite. I need to become a little bit more familiar with that myself.
Right,
but I want to back up for a second. Maybe they could tear the house down. Also, LA Knight did a dive over the top rope onto a wrestler in that match. Okay. That I wanted to point that out. Okay. So if LA Knight wanted to, he could do 60 tope suicidas in a match. He proved that he could jump over the top rope and do a dive. Okay.
He saved it for a special spot.
He saved it for a special spot, and it wasn't all the way down to the freaking concrete floor. At the bottom.
Right.
It was an elevated platform in the Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Okay. He's not trying to kill himself.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's smart. He's got a brain.
Right.
More people need a brain.
Yeah.
And like you said, he saved it for a great moment. He did a lot of great spots in that match. Some which were riskier than others.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do it every single match.
Yep.
He doesn't have to do it every SmackDown. He doesn't have to do it, every house show. He's got charisma. He doesn't have to do all that crap. He just pulls it out when he needs to. And that's a hallmark of a good wrestler who's going to keep themselves together in the business. He may be like R-Truth and make it into his 50s into this business at this rate.
He can, and that's how you do it. That's how Ric Flair did it.
Yeah,
that's how a lot of guys that wrestle into their 50s. Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah. Dustin Rhodes didn't do no tope suicidas.
Yep.
The most dangerous thing that he did was get into a high-speed chase of Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
In a gold car.
Oh man. Yeah, but also that kind of goes back to classic wrestling when back when somebody's finishing maneuver was a body slam.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it until a special moment.
Yeah. And
you just see a lot of wrestling now to where they're pulling out all the big spots in these meaningless matches, meaningless moments.
Yeah.
So if LA Knight did that stuff all the time, when he did it in Elimination Chamber, it wouldn't be noteworthy.
Right.
So
they used to protect finishers.
Right.
You didn't see people kick out of finishers.
Right. Oh man, that happens all the time now.
And that is the thing that AEW does. People always kicking out of people's finishers.
That's right. I've said that for a long time. I guess finishers don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's just another move.
I would love to do a statistical analysis on all the people that kicked out of the Undertaker's tombstone and all the people that didn't.
Right.
And find out what percentage actually kicked out of the tombstone.
There's a time to do these things, and one of the first examples I ever saw in watching wrestling was WrestleMania 15. Rock and Austin, they both kicked out of each other's finishers, and it was a holy shit moment.
Yeah.
So you got to protect those spots. You can't just throw them around all the time.
Exactly. Also, me and you were talking about this earlier. There was some kind of thing that was like shadowing their faces in the Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
I think it was a camera, because I saw a camera on the hard camera side.
Yeah.
That was actually in the cage, and it kept being on their faces when they were standing in the ring, and it was annoying me.
I was fast forwarding a lot, and I guess I just didn't notice that.
You might have fast forwarded through all the shadowed faces.
I missed through. I fast forwarded through the shadow spots.
Yeah. If somebody else noticed that, and I'm not the only one that was annoyed by that, please comment.
Yeah.
The people I wanted to win, that the fans wanted to win, didn't win. I guess they got theirs whenever Rhea Ripley fought.
Yeah. So what were the other matches other than the chamber matches?
I don't remember their exact name. Catch Club. It's whatever Pete Dunne goes by, Butch, or maybe he's Pete Dunne again now. I don't know. And his partner Tyler Bate against the tag champions, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And the main event was Rhea Ripley. They were in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
So Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, and Rhea Ripley was not permanently injured.
So does Nia Jax deserve an award for that?
Yeah, for not injuring a person in a match.
Yeah. She gets an achievement.
So, oh my God, I saw this thing that was hilarious. It was they were showing Maxine Dupree no selling the whatever Nia calls the bonsai drop now. She's got like some other name for it. It's the bonsai drop.
Right.
That's all you're ever going to get out of me is
right.
the bonsai drop. Okay. And Maxine Dupree completely no-selled it.
Okay.
And somebody commented she was trying not to die.
Yeah.
Nia's responded to these comments saying that like she's only injured 2 people. But it's not just how many people she's injured. It's how I mean, you could look at how she wrestles, and it's risky. People that know more about wrestling than I do, who are experts and have actually wrestled, have commented on this. So it's not just me being a fan sitting here from my sofa saying, oh, Nia Jax doesn't know how to wrestle. No, there's actually people that know about the business that have commented on this.
Yeah.
So it's not just me. And she has injured people too. So Nia needs to stop. I don't care if she's in the bloodline family.
Right. So maybe she's the one person that the wrestling gene skipped in the Samoan family.
Yeah. Yeah, the wrestling gene skipped her.
Okay. All right. So she just got a pass because she's in the family.
Yeah. God. That's what it is. That's what it is. She got a pass saying, you're part of the bloodline, so you get to be in the main event of matches now. Yeah. Which normally is okay because, throughout like for decades, every single person that family has put out has been great. In fact, there was a period of time that the Wild Samoans, their wrestling school was the only wrestling school that was officially endorsed by the WWF.
Really?
Yes. So they had the only wrestling school that was officially endorsed.
Were they the first one that was endorsed?
To my knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was like before OVW and all that kind of stuff. Right. Yeah, they were the only wrestling school that was officially endorsed. The family has put out legendary wrestlers, but she's not a legendary wrestler.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know where she just needs to quit.
Yeah.
Or put her in NXT so she can actually learn how to actually wrestle safe.
Yeah.
And she needs to have some like humility. So, yeah, I'm dumping on Nia Jax. Although I have a feeling we're not going to get too many haters for that.
Well, we're going to find out. Oh, man. Well, speaking of the Samoan family, did you see Rock's little promo for Elimination Chamber?
No, I didn't.
God, it was good. It was just, God, it was good. So basically he was asking wrestling fans to let him know if Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins talk shit about him during Elimination Chamber. It was just another straight Rock promo. It's like he's able to slip back into the character so well you forget he's an actor. You forget he did anything else.
Yeah.
It's like he can pick up where he left off.
Which is amazing because that was 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah, it's like it's something old, but at the same time refreshing to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A guy that has that kind of understanding of the business and how to cut a promo, how to draw, you know.
I wonder what they're going to do with The Rock at WrestleMania.
So going back a little bit, so Cody Rhodes called out The Rock, for a singles match, at Elimination Chamber,
I took it to be that he was challenging him for after he beats Roman Reigns.
Okay.
So that is a possibility.
Right.
We don't have any additional matches on WrestleMania. It's still just Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, Io Sky versus Bayley, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. So, and despite the fact that I wanted LA Knight to win that match, I was at least partially satisfied with Drew McIntyre winning.
Okay.
Because he's had his WrestleMania moment, but it wasn't in front of a live crowd.
Right.
So for him to get a world title match in front of a live crowd, he deserves it.
Right.
So I'm okay with it.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes Seth Rollins and McIntyre at WrestleMania, Cody and Roman.
I want McIntyre to win.
Yeah, we were talking last week about how it would be a good transition for the belt to go to LA Knight, but it would work for McIntyre too.
Yeah.
So, that's a pretty good match. And then, going back, you're left with LA Knight without a match. So, who else better than AJ Styles?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not for anything. It's just a grudge match, right?
Yeah, but it's against AJ Styles.
It is against AJ Styles.
I mean, and AJ Styles needed something for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So you got two great guys.
Yeah.
They've got nothing for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Why not put them together? Even if it is just a grudge match. But
and also coming out of Elimination Chamber, it looks like you're going to have Kevin Owens and Logan Paul.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
There's that too.
So there were like 3 matches created out of that one match. That's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah.
I also love the spot where Kevin Owens speared Logan through the cell, the pod or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that spot.
I think Logan Paul is I know that he gets a lot of heat, but Logan Paul is amazing.
Again, it makes sense. It's another match that makes sense.
Logan Paul, how many wrestlers can you think of that have wrestled as little as Logan Paul have and have achieved the success that he has, where he can be in high-profile matches and not completely just botch everything?
Well, first off, you got to be a good athlete, which he is. He's a professional boxer, and I'm putting that in quotes, by the way. I could go on about that for a little while. But he is a good athlete. I give him that. And he was already a name because of the internet. Okay, so they knew bringing him in was going to draw some attention. So I could see them giving somebody like that extra attention during training, and getting him ready for a big spot really quick. And I've also seen clips of Triple H saying, and I don't know when this was, this might have been way before all the Vince stuff, because this kind of sounds like something Vince would say. But he was saying that he doesn't really care if you're a wrestler. He wants superstars. That's basically what he was saying. He was saying, oh, well, if you just wrestled in the indies for a while, that doesn't matter. We want superstars. And they obviously saw that in Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So if you see that in somebody, you're going to do everything you can to get them ready for those type of moments.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did with Logan Paul. They gave him that extra attention. I bet you they didn't do that. They did that with hardly anybody in the Performance Center. I bet you he wasn't in a group with all the other trainees. I bet you he wasn't. I bet you he got special attention. I bet he got private sessions, so to speak. I have no evidence of that whatsoever, but
we're making up rumors, guys.
Rumors. You heard it here first. Logan Paul was given special treatment. But yeah, I have no evidence of this. It's just like, that's what makes sense to me. Because they've always got a group of students at the Performance Center, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he was in that group. I think he was given special treatment and they accelerated his training to get him. Because how else do you explain him getting there so quick?
He's a natural.
He is a natural. And I don't doubt that. But there's lots of naturals that have taken years to get to where he is. AJ Styles did not get there that quick.
Well, I would say AJ Styles was actually good. Yeah. I would say AJ Styles was good from the very beginning too, but not like legendary.
But he wasn't already a name because of his YouTube.
Okay.
He was already a name.
So here's the question.
Okay.
He's this good now. He's U.S. champion.
Yeah.
Is there a place at the top of the card for Logan Paul?
I think he's got to do more than he's done.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's got to I think maybe eventually. Because if they brought him this far and gave him a second-tier championship, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, this quick? Like when was his first match? What year was that?
It was a couple years ago. I can't remember.
It was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he's already a second-tier champion.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. As much heat that Logan Paul gets, people love to hate him.
Yeah.
And
I hate him a little bit.
And the thing about Logan Paul, okay, I understand why people hate him as far as like what he did on his YouTube with like the bodies and the or the body in the forest in Japan or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. This may sound bad. It doesn't change my opinion of him as a wrestler.
Okay.
That's his YouTube thing.
Yeah.
You know, he did something pretty bad. This is a wrestling podcast. I'm judging him solely on wrestling, and he's amazing. Maybe he'll be up at the top of the card one day. I don't know. He could certainly be there. I think he would need to come out of part-timer status to get there.
Yeah. I agree.
But
we don't need another Roman Reigns.
he may not want to. He may be satisfied just being a second-tier champion and just, you know, doing this for a while.
Well, if they think he'll continue to draw, then yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, I know they got to be paying him like out the wazoo. For all
they're
this
paying
stuff.
everybody out the wazoo compared to what we make. So
yeah, yeah. Even like low card people make like a lot more than us.
I think everybody. I want to say I don't know. I don't remember if we talked about this or if I just read this somewhere, but apparently, if you're on the main roster, you're making six figures.
Yeah.
So
easily.
Plus, he's got a podcast, which I'm sure he's making something on. So,
and of course, it's all his social media that he's making money on.
Yeah, and you know, I guess maybe this is this makes me sound old. The fact that he got to where he is because of social media makes me think less of him in terms of star power.
I could care less.
I should care less, but I just can't help to. I can't now. At the same time, here we are trying to make a name for ourselves with this podcast using social media. So I guess it's hypocritical of me to say that.
My thing is, I've seen this. This is my argument for Logan Paul. Okay. I have seen wrestling try to merge wrestling with celebrities and athletes
for a long time. Yeah.
And I've seen some absolutely terrible stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's start from the very beginning with WrestleMania, the original one. One of the few excusable moments where you had Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. T did a commendable job in the match. It was also a tag team match. It wasn't like for gold, and I guess everybody but Orndorff looked good at the end
of
that match. Okay. We would see later, once again at WrestleMania, WrestleMania 11, Lawrence Taylor, a football player. Okay. Now I understand at WrestleMania 2, there was a battle royal that had a football player. I think his name was William the Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah.
Actually did pretty good in that match. Okay. It was a throwaway battle royal.
Right.
That Andre the Giant won. Okay.
Okay.
So excusable.
Right.
Once again, excusable.
Okay.
It started to go bad with Lawrence Taylor. Okay. Lawrence Taylor was terrible in the match. He was terrible in the ring. It was very obvious in that match that he barely knew enough to just continue and get through the match.
Right.
Without getting killed.
Right.
Or killing the other person.
Yeah.
And they probably rushed his training. And he was nowhere near Logan Paul on the first day he stepped foot in whatever wrestling ring he was first stepping foot into. Okay?
Right.
He was terrible. It was an abomination. It made Bam Bam Bigelow look so weak. I think it did permanent damage to Bam Bam Bigelow's career. It made wrestling look terrible. Because here's this football player that can step into the ring with a few months of training and take out one of the best wrestlers in the world. What did that do to the business?
Yeah, that's not good.
Later on, we would see other celebrities. Some did better than others. Steve McMichael. Do I even need to say anything? What's his name? The football, not the football player, the basketball player.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
Karl Malone.
Yeah.
Karl Malone was terrible. Dennis Rodman was a little bit better.
Right.
Jay Leno. David Arquette.
Yeah. Well, I think all of those situations was just attempts to get mainstream media.
Yeah. But there's better ways to do it. Like you could have Kane do a tombstone or chokeslam on Pete Rose every year.
Right, yeah.
That gets immediate attention. You don't have to put the stupid idiots in the match.
Right. Right.
And make wrestling look bad.
Yeah.
Like a joke. Okay?
Yep.
But it seems like with recent attempts, they've gotten better with how they introduce wrestler or celebrities into wrestling matches. Bad Bunny, he's not great, but he wasn't terrible. He wasn't terrible. And Logan Paul is phenomenal to steal a title from AJ Styles.
Well, again, wouldn't you say Logan Paul got way more training than everybody else you just mentioned?
I think he probably had about as much training that Lawrence Taylor did, and he blew Lawrence Taylor out of the water, like for his first match.
Maybe we should look into that and see exactly how much training they got.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. I think he probably got about as much training as most of these other celebrities, and he's just a natural at wrestling. And you don't have to teach him mic skills or charisma. He already had that walking in the door.
Well, he's also gotten better since then. It's obvious his intention and the company's intention was for him to wrestle long term, maybe not full time, but long term.
You think that was their immediate attention or later attention?
Okay, well, let me put it this way: what if his first match was his only match? Would we be praising Logan Paul like we are now? Because at this point, he's put together a body of work.
Yeah.
One match doesn't give you a body of work to say, this guy is really good.
Well, he was good in his first match for somebody that had their first match.
Okay.
I wouldn't be bragging on him how good I think he is now.
Right, yeah, that's my point.
Because you also have to have consistency.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is that it's not really fair to compare him to everybody else you just mentioned, because nobody else, Lawrence Taylor or anybody else, had the intention of wrestling multiple matches long term. And who knows, Logan Paul might end up full time. We don't know.
I don't know that Logan Paul was intended to wrestle
but
more than after his first match.
But he has, though.
And I think it's because his matches were so freaking good that they just kept on wanting him to come back.
And he's gotten better.
Yeah.
As he's gone on. So yeah, I don't think it's the same thing.
And actually, I said that he's already good on the mic. I think he's actually gotten better on the mic.
Right. Now at first, when back when he was about to have his first match, yeah, we could have this conversation we're having right now. But to me, it's irrelevant now because he's proven that he wants to keep going, and it's proven that the company wants to keep him around. So to me, at this point, he is a wrestler. I mean, would you call Lawrence Taylor a wrestler?
No.
Would you call Dennis Rodman or Karl Malone a wrestler?
No.
You see, if Logan Paul only had that one match, I wouldn't call him a wrestler. Would you?
No.
But now you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Even the guy that likes AEW admitted that Logan Paul is a wrestler.
He is. I mean, and honestly, if you had some other career before coming into wrestling, then I guess it's really no different than what Logan Paul did. No. But like for example, think about how many fucking football players are wrestlers now. So when you look at it that way.
Also, you have The Miz.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I guess what The Miz did wasn't much different at all. He might have been the first to make a name for himself through, I don't know what to call it. Social media wasn't around back then, but reality shows has the same feel to it, I guess.
Yeah. And on top of it, he's now, people like to discredit The Miz.
Uh-huh.
I think he's the only twice Grand Slam champion in wrestling history.
Now, when you say twice Grand Slam, you mean he won each belt twice?
Yes.
Holy shit.
He met the criteria twice.
Holy fuck. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So, yeah, I think I just talked myself into giving Logan Paul credit.
He's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
So we've talked a lot about Logan Paul in this one. So there's a lot of things that came out of Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mediocre pay-per-view.
Well, I mean, it's one of the in your house pay-per-views, right?
Yeah.
So
although now people are saying that Money in the Bank is one of the big five now.
I guess I can see that given, what the results of it mean.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm really tired. So just because you brought up Money in the Bank, I'm really tired of seeing the whole, I'm going to cash in Money in the Bank after the champion just finished his match.
You want to see someone to cash it in before?
Yeah, just anytime before then.
Like, hold on. Before you have your match, let me cash in real quick. Then you can have your match.
That wouldn't make sense because if they won the title, they would have to have another match right after that, right?
Yeah.
Like why, I mean, how often has, the person holding the briefcase said, okay, I'm going to face you at the main event of this pay-per-view because I have the briefcase? How often has that happened?
I can't even recall that ever happening.
Right. It's always, I'm going to wait till the champion is beat to shit after their match, and then I'm pretty sure Edge invented that. I think Edge was the first one to do that.
Gosh. I miss having Edge in the WWE.
Uh-huh.
How's he doing in AEW?
Man. Look, I really don't understand what's happening. Okay, so he came in. It made perfect sense. He started off with a feud with Christian. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It made perfect sense. But that whole feud was like 90% Christian. Like, you hardly saw him. Christian was coming out every week along with, or whatever they call him now, Kill Switch, and the kid, whatever his name is. And he would cut a promo, and you would just never see Edge. And you didn't really see him until like the week before the pay-per-view, which was, I think, Wrestle Dream.
What was the result of that?
I thought it was a pretty good result. Edge won, but Christian had some kind of Money in the Bank contract or something, or I think maybe Kill Switch did. I can't remember how all that worked out. Whatever it was, he had an immediate rematch. And then he won it back like immediately. So Edge had the title for like a minute.
Okay.
The TNT title. So I kind of like the outcome of it. And then Edge had, his rematch clause or whatever. But for some reason, he started this, he called it the Cope Open, which was an open challenge every week. So he started wrestling, all these mid-carders and winning. But I haven't watched in a couple of weeks, so I don't know where they're at with that. But after that, Christian disappeared for a minute. Didn't see him at all. So I'm like, I don't fucking
AEW booking, fellas, ladies and gents, and
it's
other folks.
MJF needs to get back real quick.
Yeah, I saw like there was the Meltzer Awards, and like I think it was like worst feud or whatever was MJF versus the Devil, and I'm like, okay, when the Observer folks, the Meltzer lights, are bashing something in AEW, you know it's got to be bad. They had best promotion was WWE, I think. Best booker was Triple H. Best, I guess, promoter was Tony Khan. Let's talk about it. Okay, I don't know how accurate this is. This is WrestlingPurist.com. Wrestler of the Year, I guess the Luthez Ric Flair Award, Will Ospreay. I don't know anything about Will Ospreay. I don't watch that stuff.
What do you mean by that stuff?
New Japan stuff. Most outstanding wrestler, once again, Will Ospreay. Tag Team of the Year, finally something I can agree on, FTR. Best interviews, Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston beat MJF.
That doesn't make any sense.
Promotion of the Year, World Wrestling Entertainment, beat AEW. Best weekly TV show was AEW Dynamite. Pro Wrestling Match of the Year, Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Am I saying his name right?
I think so. It's either Will Ospreay or Will Ospreay.
I think it's Ospreay. So, the U.S. Canada MVP, Cody Rhodes. Japan MVP, Will Ospreay. Mexico MVP, Mystico. Mystico, really? Europe MVP, Will Ospreay.
Well, I mean that's the Mexico MVP. I mean look who else is in that list.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
Yeah,
I would say he's better than Mystico.
Okay.
Hodge Award, non-heavyweight MVP, El Hijo del Vikingo. I'm hoping I'm saying that. It's been a while since I've taken Spanish. Women's Wrestling MVP, Rhea Ripley. Feud of the Year, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Bloodline.
Adam Page and Swerve Strickland was 2.
Most Improved, Julia Hart. I definitely can agree with that.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is the best box office pro wrestling. Most Charismatic, MJF. Bryan Danielson Award for Best Technical Wrestler, Bryan Danielson. Bruiser Brody Memorial Award for Best Brawler, Jon Moxley. Yeah. How is Jon Moxley the best brawler when we had that amazing death match? It's like the only death match I've ever seen that I thought was great.
Adam Page and Strickland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best flying wrestler, El Hijo. Most overrated, Sonata. I don't know who Sonata is. Apparently he's overrated.
Roman Reigns was 2.
Most underrated, Chad Gable. I can agree with that. Rookie of the Year. I do not know who that guy is. Best non-wrestler, Don Callis. Best television announcer, Excalibur. Worst television announcer, Booker T, who does the whole whoop that trick, like music stuff. Is the worst television announcer? That makes no sense. Jim Ross got number 3 on that.
Yeah.
Best major wrestling show, AEW Revolution. Oh, my God. Worst major wrestling show, Crown Jewel.
Now, if you go back to best wrestling show, out of all 5, AEW had 4 of them.
Best wrestling manager, Will Ospreay, or maneuver, I'm sorry. Will Ospreay, Hidden Blade. Most disgusting promotional tactic. Okay, now this is something I can agree with. WWE enabling Vince McMahon and him being back in power, TKO keeping him in position of power.
WWE continued relationship with Saudi Arabia. NWA cocaine spot on pay-per-view.
Worst television show, NWA Power.
Wow, number 5, AEW signing Ric Flair. Wow.
Worst match of the year, Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. So you're going to talk bad about a dead man. Come on now. Shane McMahon, Snoop Dogg versus The Miz. That was a terrible match. Worst feud of the year, MJF versus The Devil. Worst promotion of the year, NWA. Best booker, Triple H. Promoter of the year, Nick Khan. Best gimmick, Tony Storm. Worst gimmick, The Devil. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I'm really surprised AEW had 4 out of the 5 best shows.
Out of the Wrestling Observer?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's their people.
But come on. I mean, 4 out of 5?
If you were to take a composite image,
was WrestleMania that bad last year?
if you were to take a composite image of all the Wrestling Observer customers, you know how they recreate like skeletons and stuff like that, you know, like anthropologists and stuff, or like, you know, I saw this thing where like they did like a composite image of like all the people on Earth, what it would look like, and it would
it's like what the average person looks like on Earth,
and it'd be like somebody from China or something like that.
Yeah.
If they did that for the Wrestling Observer newsletter fans,
right,
it would be this guy with this like his beard would be all on his neck, and he would have like stubble on his actual face where his beard is supposed to be. So it'd just be neck beard, and it'd be an AEW shirt. Okay.
A neck beard edgelord.
yeah. That would be the Wrestling Observer composite image.
Yeah.
Lance, did you have any other issues or topics?
I got lots of issues. No. Well, I guess we should promote our next video for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
WrestleMania Weekly. We need to push that a little bit.
We talked about the match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart,
right?
At WrestleMania 13, and we don't just talk about the match. We talk about everything from 1990 up until that match that led up to that match.
Right.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
But it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
You'll find out why I think events that took place in 1990 all led up to that match.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was a great build up, and also there was a little bit of talking about the consequences of that match. You know what happened afterwards.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's I think it's going to be a pretty good one. I'm looking forward to the finished product.
So Lance convinced me that we're actually on YouTube approaching monetization.
Yes.
Please like and subscribe everything.
Everything.
TikTok,
yeah.
YouTube,
yeah.
Instagram.
If you see this on TikTok, go over to YouTube for us.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. YouTube.
Go over there.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. Because we need everything on YouTube. Okay.
Right.
Comment on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe. We want to quit our jobs.
Right.
And
you can make that happen.
And you can make that happen.
Yeah.
If we get monetization on YouTube
right.
and get enough viewers and subscribers there.
Yeah.
We could make this full time. I mean,
yeah.
And if this became my full time job, I would do whatever y'all ask me to do. If it gets viewers and it subscribers,
yeah.
I mean, you want me to like the Young Bucks? Okay,
yeah,
I'll do it if you can guarantee, you can show me. All right, Glenn, if you start liking the Young Bucks, you'll get 1 million subscribers. Boom, my favorite tag team that ever existed, and I can even tell you why.
You can even do the entire next episode wearing that stupid shit they're wearing right now.
Yeah.
You seen that shit?
Yeah.
They look like they're extras from Scarface.
Well, I know that they're supposed to be fighting against Sting and Darby.
That's
right?
what I understand.
At Revolution.
Yeah. Sting and Darby are tag team champions right now.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And apparently that was a whole thing. Apparently for some reason Sting didn't want the belts. For some reason. I guess I talked him into it. I don't know. Apparently that was kind of a whole thing. He didn't want to go that direction, but he did.
Well, he probably didn't want to steal the opportunity from other people. But
yeah, that'd be my guess.
I don't know. So, it gives the match more importance. You know? I mean, it's already his retirement match. I don't know how much more important it can get.
Right.
It adds some prestige to the belts. I mean, you can't go wrong with having Sting on a title.
Right. Absolutely.
I may purchase Revolution and watch Sting's retirement.
Yeah, is that on a Saturday or a Sunday?
I think it's on a Saturday.
Yeah, March 3rd, so it's on a Sunday.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do either a video or a special episode on Sting that week before his final match?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. All right. So if you're good, I'm good.
I'm good.
And
Let's close it out.
We'll head out of here.
Later on, folks.
See ya.
Bye.
This is
I did it again.